Why men struggle to connect emotionally in their relationship. This is the topic I'd like to talk about today. But before I begin, my name is Eric Hammer. I'm a registered psychotherapist, and my purpose and passion is helping men struggling in their romantic relationships. So essentially today, what I'd like to do is just go through a quick little list of some of the common themes um, in terms of men's struggles, right, with connecting emotionally in their romantic relationship. And I'd like to start out just by this idea of their own development, right? So for some men growing up, where essentially we get our blueprint for how we love somebody else is really our relationship with our parents. And so the idea here is if somebody grew up in a situation in which it really wasn't emotionally safe, right, to express themselves, express their emotions, to discuss openly their struggles, this creates an inner tension, right, within men. And as a result of that, they can find it very challenging and scary, essentially, to open up in their romantic relationships. Going along with this same sort of concept of development, the next sort of thing I'd like to talk about, this idea about their general attachment patterns. So there's a specific attachment called an avoidant attachment, and this is again can be described as somebody who feels safest, right, in terms of distancing themselves emotionally in situations, particularly around where there's the prospect of conflict taking place. And so, as a coping strategy, this individual might then refrain, right, from going closer to their partner emotionally when they're in these sorts of phases of struggle or, again, potential conflict. Another consideration here, too, are just some of the cultural stigmas around men sharing themselves, sharing their emotions, that in certain cases, men feel a sense of fear of that opening up, of being vulnerable, that they'll be shamed or looked down upon in, again, sharing themselves emotionally in this way. Uh, Another sort of aspect to this challenges in terms of connecting in this way is that for some men, they might struggle to know their own emotional world. And in so, there can then be, again, a struggle in being able to share that with somebody else. So this can come about as a result of certain defenses that men can acquire in order not to feel the pain or the discomfort emotionally that they might be going through. So, for example, a man might look at situations from more of a problem solving sort of doing perspective versus being in what might be occurring for them emotionally. So again, there's sort of this linear problem solving way of approaching situations in their life, as opposed to really being able to recognize, hey, what's going on with me from more of a feeling emotional perspective, and really acknowledging that. So for some men, again, with some of the other things that we've described, it can be really challenging to even understand or know what they're feeling emotionally. And then because of this challenge, right, it's going to be difficult then to share their emotional world with their partner. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you're a man who is struggling in his romantic relationships, feel free to reach out. I do offer a free initial consultation to see if we'd be a good fit. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day. Take care.